Week 4 NFL Thursday night football. The Jacksonville Jaguars are at the Cincinnati Bengals. Bengals favored by looks like 7.5 currently. You guys see a different number, let me know. But 7.5 is the number. Total 46.5. Keith, I'm actually start with you because we got two stay away. So I know you don't got too much. Just give me how you feel about this game, quick overall.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta lean with the Bengals here. I don't like it because of the number. I think it opened at 6.5. Maybe you mentioned that, but I would really like it more there. At 7.5, you're talking about almost a whole two possessions, basically two possessions, more than one touchdown. And it's honestly just a play against the Jaguars. I haven't seen anything from them. They are looking like bottom 2, 3 in the league. So on a short week, I like the Bengals to hopefully blow them out at home. If you don't see that from the Bengals, I feel like it would tell me not a lot because it would just tell me that the Bengals are the Bengals. But yeah, that's what I got on this game.
Yeah, for me, quickly, it is a like for me on the Jacksonville Jaguars plus the 7.5 points. Just don't move it though. I don't want 7. I don't just at 7.5, 7.5 or more. I like the Jacksonville Jaguars in this spot. Winless teams, we know how winless teams at this point against the spread, they start to cover a little more. I'll have that stat to you guys next week because it'll become more equivalent for those winless teams. But this Jacksonville Jaguars team, I mean, I think they have talent at the quarterback position, running back, wide receiver positions. Show something in that first half against the Cardinals on the offensive line. So I think going against this Bengals team who has not performed after a win well against the spread under Zach Taylor, 1-5 against the spread are the Bengals after a win. They've only won 6 times, during his tenure there. So 1-5 against the spread after a win are the Bengals. And I just think that the Jaguars, it's a short week. You're coming in here Thursday night. We always see these are kind of like muck it up games. While I think the Bengals are talented, they haven't shown the ability to throw the ball for a lot of yards yet. They've been able to control the clock, run the ball. The Jaguars also have been able to show that they could run the ball last week against the Cardinals. So I think they'll be able to do some things there, keep the game close, Thursday night football, muck it up, and they could possibly win this game outright. So I'm going to take the Jacksonville Jaguars as a like plus the 7.5 points. Yeah, for me. But I know stayaways for Salman and Rome.
Yeah, it's a stay away for me. The only angle I would play on this would be Jaguars money line. I'm not laying 7.5. On a short week. I know they're at home, so I guess you get 2 for that in Cincinnati, if that. Their home field advantage isn't that great, but with a team after just being Pittsburgh, Thursday night out on the town, I'm pretty sure they'll have some nice, a nice number of fans in that stadium. Probably, I could imagine this would be the most fans they've had in that stadium in the last 3 years. Obviously, COVID last year, no fans in the stands. So big week for the Bengals. This is kind of one of those weeks where, they might be taken for real after this win. I understand it's the Jaguars, but big in division win, and then you come back at home on a short week and get a win. That's worth something. So that line is very interesting. But I think that's 7.5. Obviously, we saw the look ahead at 6.5. Now it's at 7.5. It's obviously because they beat the Steelers on the road this past weekend. So I wouldn't be too afraid of laying that number if you do like the Bengals. But right here, like you said, this is kind of one of those spots where 0-3 team, 0-4 teams don't make the playoffs. We know that for a fact. So this is their last chance in terms of Jaguars motivation, max morale. This is probably the best morale you're going to get from the Jags this year thus far.
That's a huge if. If you like the Bengals, it's like, no, you don't like the Bengals. Nobody likes the Bengals.
But I think that number's that number for a reason. I mean, it's steep, but I mean, it's there. So I wouldn't, I don't think that's free points they're throwing you for the Jags. I think they're that bad. I think people think that the Bengals might be for real. They're already halfway to their season win total. So,
yep. And the Jaguars, the Jaguars 18, 26 and 1 against the spread, non-division games last 4 years. But we know they got a lot of new things there.